What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on your way in so that you don't miss any updates or anything I got going on with this channel. I wanted to take a brief moment today to talk about a situation that's a little bit controversial and everybody's got their opinion, so I wanted to throw my 2 cents in on this. J.Cole apologizing should have came as no surprise to everybody given his track record. So today we're going to dive into some of the reasons why I think that this should not have come as a surprise to anybody. And I actually agree with what he did, and that I'm actually proud to see somebody that is involved in an industry that gets so dark honestly stick by his morals and not change his self or his beliefs based off the environment that is around him. So without any further ado, let's jump right into today's video. J. Cole was one of the hottest lyricists of this generation, and inevitably what comes with being one of the hottest artists in a generation will automatically come controversy. I want to talk about some situations where J. Cole showed the world his character through his actions and not his words. So the first situation I want to touch on and why I believe him apologizing should have come to no surprise is the time that J. Cole pulled up to No Jumper. J. Cole was having beef with Smoke Perp and Lil Pump during an era where I really don't know why they were beefing. Maybe it was like a clout thing that Lil Pump and Smoke Perp were chasing, and Adam 22 being friends with Smoke Perp and Lil Pump. J. Cole pretty much pulled up to No Jumper, and he pulled up with no security. I believe him and only one associate, just a friend of his, not like any security, no bodyguard. They pulled up to No Jumper. This man traveled all the way from North Carolina to Los Angeles to actually come see Adam 22 in person during a controversial moment where Adam 22, Smoke Perp, Lil Pump were all saying fuck J. Cole. This is when that movement was really, really big. And he pulled up in person to No Jumper to just have a conversation with Adam. You can very clearly see that the entire time that he pulled up to No Jumper, Adam 22 was not expecting this. This was not announced. He did not publicize this. He just one day pulled up out of nowhere. And you can see that Adam 22 was extremely nervous and looking very uncomfortable. But J. Cole didn't pull up with any rah-rah, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that energy. He pulled up just to have a conversation. And they pretty much had a 30-minute to maybe an hour-long conversation about religion, a bunch of other topics where they pretty much just talked. And you would think that pulling up to the shop of where probably some of your biggest haters all reside would have been a lot more hostile energy, but it was actually in fact all love. He pulled up with the intention of gaining a deeper understanding of what was going on and just to talk to people. And it ended up being a really good experience to show you his actual character. He didn't pull up with the intention of stirring the pot of beef, but more so just understanding what was going on and to talk to the people that had bad feelings towards him, which was a great moment in showing people that not everything has to turn to violence, or we were not lost in an era where you can no longer just have conversations with people and gain a deeper understanding of one another. This moment was big because it showed you that being involved in this music industry, you sometimes get lost in the fact that you feel like you have to be this super tough person to hold an image of being a gangster. J. Cole has never pushed the image of him being this gangster rapper, this hardcore street thug to anyone. J. Cole is J. Cole, and I like that about him, that he is himself. He doesn't feel the need to portray anything other than being himself. So to see him pull up and it be no bad blood, just all love and controversy, it showed a deeper side to him, and that not everything has to add or end badly, or that you can't just have you can have words with people that don't like you or disagree with you, and you can if you can find some common ground with these people, the world doesn't have to be a bad place. You don't have to let the outside factors change who you are. And this was a huge pivotal moment showing that J. Cole could stand by that. Jumping into the next saga in this beef, you'll see that later on J. Cole ends up having a sit down with Little Pump. And this sit down was so quintessential because he tried to lay out the roadmap for Little Pump. He tried to really spit some knowledge and actually talk game to Little Pump. This was the equivalent of a big brother sitting down with his little brother and trying to spit game to someone to try to educate and help them. This conversation was really big because it showed you the dynamic in maturity and levels of where these two different artists were. Little Pump being this really hot viral rapper, but J. Cole also being equally as big. But the trajectories of both of their careers couldn't be like were immensely different. J. Cole was in this for the long run, and Lil Pump was here for a good time. This conversation was really important because J. Cole tried to help Lil Pump in his career, and I feel like maybe some of the message that he was trying to spit to Lil Pump fell on deaf ears because Lil Pump, in the long term, now that we know in hindsight, the trajectory of his career ended up dying off along with Smoke Perp. A lot of the knowledge and nuggets that he was trying to give to these two young men went in one ear and out the other. This was such an important moment that could have probably saved Little Pump's career, but I think in the end, the message didn't hit Little Pump until it was already too late. Smoke Perp was already long gone. His music was bin trash. After Audi, nothing good else came out of Smoke Perp, and Lil Pump's career was already on a downward trajectory. I'm pretty sure when he dropped his next album, it did not perform anywhere near as good as his earlier projects because just like any memes come and go. You are hot today and gone tomorrow. And that's what he was trying to tell these people. They were chanting, fuck J. Cole, and it got them a little bit of clout in that moment. But in the longevity of their careers, it did absolutely nothing for them. Those two kids should have been focused on music and advancing their careers, but they were more interested in the social media antics and the things around the music than actually focusing on making better music, which in the end honestly did them no good. So, this conversation, although it could have been a quintessential moment and really helped Little Pump's career have some type of longevity, ended up just falling on deaf ears. And, at least we got some good content from it. Moving on to the last saga in this extremely long anime arc, I feel like the point that I was trying to make with this video is that J. Cole, at the end of the day, is going to be J. Cole. He has his own identity with his own morals and ethics. Um, I don't see him wanting to get into this beef or these back and forths with other rappers. Yeah, would it have been some great content to see, J. Cole battle against Kendrick and drop some music, bro? 7 Minute Drill was a banger. It was actually hot. Like, I do wish he would have kept the track up for the listeners to enjoy it because it was a good track, but I understand taking the track down. J. Cole is not going to move in a way that the industry or the rest of the world wants him to move. J. Cole is going to do what J. Cole feels like he should do, or he's going to follow his morals. And to be honest with you, bro, I respect it. Like, I respect somebody that can stay true to themselves despite so many outside external factors telling you and wanting you to do something different than what you yourself want to do. It takes a man of good character and strong morals, someone with a good backbone to go against what the public perception wants you to do. So I agree with him apologizing. Like, he felt as though that's what he should do because, bro, he respects Kendrick as another great MC. And, like, if it didn't sit right in his soul that he dissing someone that he also considers another great rapper, bro, we gotta respect him, his choices. All he did at the end of the day was follow his moral compass, bro. And I feel like if a lot of other people would do the same thing, this world would be a little bit better of a place. I'll end it off with saying that, like, yeah, Bro, the back and forth would have been hot. This was one of the craziest generational rap beefs of our lifetime, and this beef single-handedly will change rap from now on till forever. But that's my 2 cents on why I think J. Cole apologizing shouldn't have been out of the ordinary. He doesn't seem, through his actions, to be the type of person that seeks out this type of content. He wants to make good music. And at the end of the day, I'm pretty happy with that. So that's my 2 cents. If you made it this far in the video, I really appreciate you. If you liking the content, definitely please drop a like on this video. If you haven't already subscribed, subscribe to keep up to date on everything I got going on this channel. And I'm gonna catch you on the next one, man. Peace out.